All right. Good afternoon and good evening. This is Scott Fain. With us once again is Mr. Curtis Coleman. He's here to share a little wisdom with us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Hope
Uh,
everybody else is.
That's good. That's good. Like I said, this is not going to take a long time. I just wanted to pick your thoughts on Christmas time. It's the holiday season, and you spent a number of years away from home in the Navy. And my only experience with military holidays is in White Christmas. So I wanted to see what you had to say. What was your favorite Christmas time story that you could tell us about being in the Navy?
Oh, you know what? I don't know if I have, one that really just stands out because it was a lot. It was a lot of work in the food service division come Christmas. We didn't have a lot of rah-rah time. I remember when I was stationed at the Naval Training Center in San Diego at the Recruit Training Center. That was a lot of recruits. We were feeding, averaging about 1,500 per meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And the big deal about that was you always had to decorate the galley, the food service area, to make it festive for the recruits, to make them feel somewhat at home in that situation that they were in. And that was kind of fun, but still it was a lot of preparation and a lot of tedious work for the MSs, which mess management specialists, was just a long exaggerated term for a cook. Now we had a lot of I was on 7 different ships during my 20 years. And we always had to do Christmas decorations for the Christmas and Thanksgiving. Matter of fact, it was kind of a lot of waste because we would have to do maybe 3 turkeys just to dress them up and to sit them around the what you call the mess decks, the eating area, to make it look festive.
Okay.
And it was a lot of prep. We had to make from scratch. Kind of exhibit. It was called the Horn of Plenty. And unfortunately, I was a pretty good baker back in my days, and that was one of my assignments. I had to make that thing. It was bread dough. We had to make a horn out of wire. We would, bend and twist coat hangers and make it look like a basket, and we'd add the fruits and this, that, and other thing, make it look like the fruits were pouring out. And that was and it had to be cooked also.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, it was a lot of work. But, when everybody carried their weight, it really wasn't that difficult. And the only bad part, and it's not really bad, is when you were overseas and you didn't get a chance to celebrate with your family. But, that became kind of a normal situation also. You didn't let things get you down. Your family at that time was your crew members, your shipmates. So, yeah, there's a lot of Christmases like that. I did Christmas in the Atlantic Ocean. No, not the Atlantic, the Pacific, the Indian Ocean, Persian Gulf, and I'm missing something. But I was at sea a few Christmases. I was overseas a few Christmases, and I think I was at home a few Christmases. Sad part for me is I wasn't in Ohio with my daughters too many years. That was the tough part of being active duty, and you're in one place and your children and other family members are in another. Yeah.
I don't hear anything especially festive. Like aside from the work, was there any time for downtime or just sitting around singing Christmas carols or anything like that?
Man, nobody gonna be singing no Christmas. If we had some downtime, especially on the ship, them guys, we would find some place to play some tunk. We got to play spades and bid whist. Oh, that was time for it wasn't like the stories you see on TV. And you had some downtime on the ship. You went to you went and got you some sleep. Depending on what kind of watch you were standing. Some guys were standing 12 on, 12 off, 8 on, 8 off, and this is every day. It's not like you take a break. That was your break. Them 8 hours that you were off, which wasn't guaranteed that you were going to get 8 hours of sleep. You might have something else to do besides stand your watch. So no, we no Christmas. Maybe there's somebody who had a boom box or something would put it up on the fan tail outdoors, depending on the weather, or on the mess decks, and be playing some loud music. But all that Christmas Carol stuff, I have no recollection of anything like that.
Okay.
No. Guys down drinking some of the alcohol that they snuck on board if we were underway. That was what was happening. And you better not come down there in the berthing area where the guys relax and take it easy. Come down there talking about singing some Christmas carols. Not on any ship I was on. No. Nobody want to hear that. Go away from here with that nonsense. Go away.
So all that stuff you save when you get home. I get you.
Save it for your family, for your wife and kids, and this, that, and the other thing. Save it for them, and that was beautiful, But on board the ship, no. We didn't want to see no Christmas movies. No Miracle on 39th Street, none of that. They wanted to see some R-rated movie, Boys in the Hood or something like that. They didn't want,
Okay. What was your last Christmas in the Navy like?
I was coming back from Japan because I did a Westpac, and I think I was overseas for my last Christmas in the Navy. I had to cross over to a different ship. The ship I was on, the USS Curtis Wilbur, had their home port shifted from San Diego to Yokosuka, Japan. So I didn't want to stay in Yokosuka for an extra year just to get my shore duty and retire on shore duty. So I had to cross over to the USS McCluskey to be able to make it back to the States. But doing that, now I was stuck. I would have to retire on sea duty because they weren't going to transfer me for a year and a half. That wasn't going to happen. But it is what it is. I made those 20 years, and so as I got closer to the end, it wasn't a bother being on sea duty. It wasn't a bother.
Sea duty, is that just means you're out to sea versus being the shore and doing your duty?
Well, yeah, you're assigned to an afloat command ship when you're on sea duty. So, like I said, I was on the my sea commands were the USS Cayuga, LST 1186, the USS Brooke, FFG 1, the USS Jewett CG 29, the USS Kitty Hawk CV 63.
Recognize that one.
Yeah, and USS Ranger. I think Ranger, I might have them mixed up, CV 61 and CV 63. Those are the Ranger and the Kitty Hawk. And the USS Curtis Wilbur, DDG 54, and the USS McCluskey, FFG 41. So I had at 20 years, I had about 16 years of sea duty.
Okay.
So I'm what you call a salty dog. I did mine, for sure.
It sounds like you had some good adventures, not necessarily Christmassy adventures, but good times, I hope, except for baking that cornucopia, what you're talking about.
There were definitely some good times. Don't get me wrong, there were some good times, but not like guys sitting around, somebody playing a ukulele, singing Kumbaya. No, that didn't happen.
All right, well, I appreciate you telling me the truth of it. Because I was talking to my sister. Yeah, I was talking to my sister, and she didn't have. She was like, "Ooh, I can't wait to hear what he has to say." Because she's like me. The only reference we have is just what we've seen on TV, and I guess that's not a realistic portrayal of what you guys go through.
You have somebody come down there. Come on, guys, let's go out here and sing some Christmas carols on the pier, and you get slapped upside the head. Man, get out of here. Somebody not do
that. Oh boy. Well, what's the game plan for this holiday season for you?
Well, my oldest daughter, Demetrica, wants me and her mother to come down to Columbus, and that's what I'll probably end up doing. Hopefully, my youngest daughter, Marlena, will go with us, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So I just, I take it as it comes. I don't like to. I'll change any other plans I might have, for my family. So that's why I try not to plan anything till I'm straight with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's me wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hopefully this New Year is going to be much better than this last one.
Yeah. Yeah. Starting off, we got a new president on the way, so there's no way in heck it could get worse.
I hear that. Well, take it easy, and thank you very much for spending some time with me.
Oh, you're always on my schedule. Anytime you need me, just give me a holler.
All right. I appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem. No problem, Scott. Have a good one.
You too.
And have a good holiday.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.